and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I think like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Great.
Now Wentz. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Now Wentz again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the 1st half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. you've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Out to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kareem Martin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his left. And now he'll turn and off it. He's got a man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll get it up the middle, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time, maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to throw. The hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Patriot! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And some room to roam now. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Over! Check. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this place has gone stone silent. Their guys remain down by a point. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Wentz going to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back to throw. Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Lefty.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz going deep here for Bryant. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Powers through. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. First throw of overtime for Wentz. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Hey, other side, solid.
Now a handoff working right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Eagles, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I never loved anybody, but I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's what truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some rest by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got to picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like you and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make more gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Living in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty full in love with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. You about to take I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's what truancy about it.